Gaming Morning Show continues. We are excited to bring in the creator of Aerial Knights Never Yield. It is a game that is coming out on Wednesday. I mean, Neil has done everything for this game, artistry, development, and is the creator of Aerial Knights Never Yield. Neil Jones joining us on Gaming Morning Show. Good morning, Neil. How are you? I do need to ask you, of course, we've been having this baking debate. Are you any good in the kitchen? Can you cook? Can you bake? Are you any good like that?
Yeah, I cook all the time.
But is there a difference
Crepes
between
are pancakes.
whoa? Crepes are pancakes. What? You're coming in like that right off the bat? I don't think
You
you
use the
actually.
same material. It's good.
Oh no. Are you better at baking or cooking?
Cooking,
Yeah. Is that
probably
your
cooking.
wheelhouse?
Yeah, just making breakfast. My niece comes over, so I kind of was forced to learn how to make something. Um, but I do like making like those little cakes and cupcakes and cookies and all that.
I appreciate people who can cook. Sean's good at cooking. My wife is good at baking. I am bad in the kitchen, period. So the fact that you can do anything is always respectable for me. Kate is pretty excited for you too. Neil knows what's up with it, which of course, crepes are not pancakes. Anyway, that's not why you're here, right? The important thing is the reason that you're here is we're talking
I'm
about
here
your
to be
game.
right. I feel like
The reason that you're is that your game's coming out on Wednesday, and this is something we've been tracking for a while. Ever since you connected us to Daniel to talk about the music, I think it was November is when we had Daniel on. The game is called Aerial Knights Never Yield. So let's just kind of start with the general overview, right? What is the premise of your game that comes out Wednesday?
so. The mechanics is that I basically call it a narrative runner. So basically, it's kind of like a runner, but when you play it, it feels a lot different. It's not endless in the sense that it has a story, it has cutscenes, it has all these things that aren't normally a part of the genre. So I pretty much took the runner genre, try to bring it a little bit more into the future, and add a lot of features and a lot of style to it. So yeah, if you haven't played it yet, there's a free demo out. I always just say, hey, give it a try. If it's not for you, then thank you for playing. It is what it is. But I think a lot of people would like it and be gravitated towards it just because of how it feels. It doesn't feel like so strict as past runners and the issues that those games have.
Nice. And with any big project like this, especially when you're doing so much yourself, I'm sure you've run into some surprises, some twists and turns, stuff like that. So what are some of your favorite examples of things that maybe went different than you originally planned with this game?
So, I had a few more features included in the game when I first did the prototype about a year and a half ago, or almost 2 years ago. And I took it to conventions just to kind of show people and kind of see how they played it. And little kids were very honest with you. There was one mechanic specifically that I had that, as soon as kids got to that part, they didn't want to play anymore. So rather than try to fix it, I just cut it out of the game totally and try to just focus on what was fun and make a really solid experience that's more attuned to like a short movie or action movie. And that's why the length of the game is what it is. So I can just make sure that you're in there, you get to have, the best parts of the game, and you're not overwhelmed with, this really long experience that's like mostly just padding. So yeah, I ended up making it shorter. I took out a few features and focused on the fun stuff.
Neil Jones is our guest, the developer, creator, artist of this game, Aerial Knights Never Yield. It's coming out on Wednesday. And like you mentioned, the demo is out. We're giving away the soundtrack for it if you do exclamation point raffle. I'm curious, when you look at this game, you've long talked about your journey into getting this game off the ground as a developer. And I'm just kind of curious, how is this game a reflection of you, whether it's related to your life in general, or is there aspects of your journey as a game developer that's reflected in this game?
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, the game means a lot though. Like if you play the game, you'll get a gist of like me. I try to model it after like the Pseudo 51 style, where if you play any of his games, you kind of get a feel for who he is or how his personality is a little bit. So, just by playing the game, there's so much of me in that game that, I think people will understand. I made the game in like a point where I was pretty much fed up with the game industry and I was going to quit. It was actually going to be my last game. I made myself a promise. I said, if this game, if no one likes it and no one downloads it at least, then, that was going to be it. I was going to move on to some other profession. And I just spent too much time trying to chase this video game dream. But I said that if people liked it or even a small amount, that I would, keep chasing this and see where it goes. And that's why the title Never Yield. It mirrors, what's going on in the game with the character as well as what was going on with me at the time.
We're really excited. Nintendo Nerds are very excited to check out Never Yield, especially after the confirmation that grapes are pink. Apparently, that's all you needed to say. We're going to help you sell a significant amount more games. I do need confirmation about one other thing, though. It looks like purple is the best color in one of your closest relatives' world. I saw a tweet from April that might confirm that. Whose favorite color is purple?
Yeah, like someone asked, why was there so much purple in the game? I was like, purple's my grandma's favorite color. Like, why? What other reason do I need other than that?
And that's the thing, is purple is the best color for sure. Neil, we always appreciate you taking the time to join us. Also rescheduling, because we were originally going to have you on in April. I had to make a move. You weren't able to join us later. You said, hey, I can do it the week the game comes out. So let's get the details behind that. When does the game come out? How can people get it?
So the game comes out May 19th. If you have a computer or anything that runs games, you can get it. It's literally on everything. Um, uh, hey, yeah, just go out, support the game. Try out the demo on Switch if you have that, and it's on PC right now. And then outside of that, you can get it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Steam, Epic Game Store, Switch, of course. I think that's everything. Yeah.
Nintendo says congrats on being across all the platforms. Congratulations on the journey and having this come to fruition. We're going to, again, share a lot more information about your journey, but what we do appreciate is taking 5 or so minutes to join us today on Gaming Morning Show.
Thanks so much for you guys for supporting me and sticking with me this whole time. You guys have been like really dope.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Thank you for all your support as well. That's Neil Jones joining us on the show. We're pretty excited about this thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like Neil said, it's coming out on Wednesday. You can find it on whichever platforms that you are looking for. And then, did you all notice Neil's wall? Look at all that art that was back there. I mean, the backgrounds that Neil and Daniel both gave. I remember specifically, Sean, I don't know if you recall this, but when we had Daniel on the show, who created the music, and it's in partnership with Neil, of course. Neil's part of the music as well. There was like the life-size, wasn't like a life-size Spider-Man that was behind Daniel. So I tell you what, the Aerial Knights Never Yield crew might have the best backgrounds in all Gaming Morning Show interview history.